Good morning and hello. I'm Rob the accountant. I like to help people build companies while finding solutions to problems that may come your way. Today it is a beautiful day here in sunny Rochester, New York, and I just wanted to jump on and say hello and talk about a couple of the current events going on with the presidential race. Um, the first thing is Donald Trump and the documents case in New York City. Now, one of the things I think is inappropriate is we all want to say the media is terrible, the media doesn't do this, but what the media does a lot is they distort the facts. So it's about documents, but they have equated the whole trial to Stormy Daniels and hush money. In fact, every time you hear it on TV, it's always about the hush money, and it's Trump's hush money and what they say, and they're not even commenting on the race anymore from a campaign perspective. It's just everyday hush money. And the reality is that what you're dealing with here is three people who were extorting the former president, and as a result of that, uh, they got paid. And then now, because it's convenient for the government to have that position, they want to upend most of what is defined as legal norms, NDAs, non disclosure agreements. And I'm never one of these people who are for these things. I don't understand how our legal community has suppression of speech in its contractual obligations. That doesn't make any sense to me. As a condition of X, you can't speak. Everything about that seems to go against what is America and the freedom of America. So I'm not sure I really understand all that, but I'm not a lawyer, so I'll leave that for another day. But in terms of Donald Trump, you have a district attorney who ran on getting Trump. You have a district attorney and an attorney general whose whole fixation seems to be on Donald Trump. In fact, if you look at it, between New York and maybe one other state, it just seems to be some blue governors and blue political class that are trying to do something that the federal government was not able to do. If the federal government was able to dislodge Donald Trump from the election, you would have think they would have already made that case, they would have pushed that position. But nobody has pushed that position. And so what we're dealing with again is Michael Cohen, who, again, you can have what you want to view of him, but he's a lawyer. And he took a client attorney privilege, which was Donald Trump. He served Donald Trump for all those years. He took his money, and then he backstabbed him. And he backstabbed him on a deal that, between him and Michael Avante, Stormy's lawyer during this process, between the two lawyers, there is a belief structure here, whether it's right or wrong, that lawyers, they kind of collude upon themselves. If you ever had somebody who's in a divorce, it might be better to settle than to get two different attorneys, because you might just go broke doing that. So in reality, what you could have here is really Michael Avante and Mr. Cohen lining their own pocket at Donald Trump's expense. But at the end of the day, they were extorting him. And so now you have put the victim on the stand because he's a man. Because if it was a woman, this case wouldn't even be there. So I just think at the end of the day, people should focus on what is helping people live. And if you can't buy a house, and if you can't put fuel in your car, and the cost of your goods and groceries are so expensive that you're taking on two or three jobs, I think that might be a little bit more important than what the country thinks about Stormy Daniels and a bunch of crooks in a den and what they were trying to extract out of the president from a monetary position. So my second issue here is with Joe Biden. So Joe Biden did a few commencement speeches, but the one, and I apologize, I don't have the facts in front of me in terms of the school, because what Joe Biden continues to do is say things that are just so utterly stupid that you have to just say, why is this guy even still running the country? Because when you go to a graduation of college graduates, and the first thing you can offer these kids is not hope and opportunity. You tell them Republicans are the bane of basically the demons of the world and hate all black people. Like, where do you come up with this shit? Like, it just, at the end of the day, I continue to be frustrated. Yes, I continue to be frustrated by white abolitionists. I think the minority communities as a whole, and there's so many of us, right? There's Puerto Rican, there's Dominican, there's black, there's Asian, there's Indian. I think each group can speak for themselves. I think we're really past this point where we have this group speak where one person, which in this case is the old white guy, is speaking for the black population as a whole. So I just think going forward, uh, I think I've checked out of this election. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Trump, but I'm really looking forward to 2028 and bringing a different focus to us. I think America needs to get back to a place of hope and being happy and helping, compassion. You know, we talk about all this crap from homelessness to drugs, and it's always throw more money. But that's not the problem. Money never solves the problem on these things. It takes people helping people. That's right, people helping people, putting other people first. And you know, that's going to be my platform going forward. And I hope that today, as you jump on and watch me, that you actually go outside wherever you are and go be nice to somebody. Say hello. Say hello to somebody you know is sitting there alone. Buy that person on the street. You know he's going to use the money for drugs, but it doesn't stop you from buying him a hot dog. It doesn't stop you from giving him a drink. And I guarantee that if you just take a few steps every day to put a few other people first, your life will greatly improve. I'm Rob the Accountant. I like to help people build companies while finding solutions to problems that may come your way. Have a question? Drop by robtheaccountant.com and throw me a question, and I'll see if I can answer it right here on YouTube. Thank you so much, and you have a great day.